Assalamu alaikum, this is Shakil Ahmed. In this tutorial, we will learn the remaining part of GGPLOT2. We had already discussed in previous video about the basics of GGPLOT2 with geometry scatter plot. Uh, but in this video, we will explore more about the geometry and the facet and other options. So we can just start with importing our data, and we use again heart failure clinical record dataset, and we will just run the library ggplot2, and we will add the geometry histogram instead of geometry points. Here we have, for histogram we have only one continuous variable, which is set on x aesthetic, and the geometry histogram, and this is the bins command, which is used to set the number of bins in the histogram, and the fill uh, color, which is blue, and this will be the color of the bar in the histogram. So you can just run a histogram. This is a histogram for creatinine phosphokinase, which is positively skewed, which means the smaller value of creatinine phosphokinase are uh, higher in numbers and uh, as compared to the larger values of creatinine phosphokinase. So we can construct the histogram for males and females separately using the color aesthetic, and the color is the sex variable, and we can just run the histogram geometry again. Uh, this will show the two partition of the bar, one for male and the other for female. The green border shows the bar chart for histogram for males, and the red bordered box shows for females. And similarly, we can another aesthetic add another aesthetic fields for smokers and non-smokers. Just run this command. You will see the same histogram with different colors for smokers and non-smokers, red for non-smokers and green for smokers. Almost we can see there is same behavior for smokers as non-smokers. And now we can construct a frequency polygon. A frequency polygon is constructed by uh, matching the midpoint of a bar to the midpoint of another bar. You can just run the command frequency polygon with one aesthetic x-axis. This is the variable for which we are constructing frequency polygon, and the geometry is frequency polygon poly, and the number of bins are set to 20. And you can make the frequency polygon for males and females separately using the color aesthetic. For sex, we can see different almost same behavior for males and females uh, distribution in creatinine phosphokinase. And now we can construct a bar plot for a qualitative variable, which is sex, and we just add the geometry bar to the ggplot command and just run the option, and you will see the factor sex on x-axis, and the two bars representing male and females in the bar chart. And we can add color aesthetic and fill aesthetic for smokers and non-smokers. We just use fill aesthetic for smokers to not smokers, and you can see the different bars with different colors denoting smokers and non-smokers. These are the male smoker and non-smokers, and these are the female smokers and non-smokers. Mostly female don't smoke, and mostly male, and 50% male smokes and 50% males don't smoke. And you can construct a free box plot to represent the five number summary statistics on graph, and we just add the geometry box plot, and we set the quantitative variable on y-axis. Here the creatinine phosphokinase is set on y-axis as aesthetic, and just run the ggplot option. You will see a box plot. This plot uh, shows the five number summary statistics, the minimum value and the maximum value, and the three quartiles. And basically these numbers are outliers, which are the values occurring beyond the 3 sigma limit. So there are a large number of extreme values in this data set, and we can set x aesthetic as smoking. So we have smoking on x-axis, and we can see two box plots, one for smokers and one for non-smokers, and we can compare the five number summary statistics and the behavior of outliers for the two categories. And we can add the fill aesthetic to represent the sex in the same graph, same box plot, and you will see four box plots, one two for smokers and two for non-smokers, and this plot shows for male and this for female, and this box plot is for male and this is for female. So we can compare the box plots in four different categories. And another option is smooth, to add a smooth line uh, for checking the relationship between two variables. One is the dependent variable and other is the independent variable. For different values of x, we can fit a smooth line for the values of y using the geometry smooth. So just see what happened. You can just draw a smooth line for y with respect to x, and this is the behavior of the line, and the shaded region shows the error plot. Basically these are the standard errors uh, above and below the center line, the average line. And you can add the color aesthetics to represent these lines for males and females separately. You can see the two lines with different shaded regions for male and females. Uh, Green line represents the males and the red line represents the females. And lastly, we can add the facet command to make different grids for smokers and non-smokers. Basically, we will have two different graphs on the same uh, page. So we just add the facet with grid. Basically this will give two grids, one for smokers and one for non-smokers. So just see this, and you will have two smooth lines, one for smokers and one for non-smokers. Similarly, we can see the color aesthetic with facet grid. Just run this line and you will see different colors for different sex, males and females, and two different grids, one for smokers and the other for non-smokers. So these are all about the data presentation in R using ggplot. If you want to learn more about statistical analysis in R, just subscribe my channel and click on bell icon for more videos. Thank you.